What's really going on? Why, after Taehyung's appearance at the luxurious Celine event, is Jungkook the one trending with a keyword? Why does he look like that? What lies behind the camera's spotlight that not everyone can see? Paris, the fashion capital of the world, once again became a silent witness to the presence of one of the global icons who never fails to shake the entertainment world, Kim Taehyung, better known as V from BTS. However, the commotion was only the beginning of a series of surprises that left millions of fans shaken because of the reaction from one person who means so much to Taehyung, namely Jungkook. The Celine fashion event, held with grandeur and international attention, was attended by many top world celebrities. But when Taehyung stepped out of his luxurious black car in a classically masculine modern Celine outfit, the entire crowd suddenly changed into hysteria, chaos, and even uncontrollable excitement. Taehyung's glamorous aura enveloped the room like magic. Journalists and fans' cameras couldn't stop capturing his every step. Even other celebrities present were visibly amazed and surprised. But the public wasn't just talking about what Taehyung wore that night. In fact, what caught the most attention was Jungkook's frozen, silent reaction. And this is what sparked fear and confusion among armies worldwide. What really happened? Does Taehyung's presence at the Celine event carry a hidden message? Or rather, is there something being communicated through Jungkook's unusual response? Cold, silent, and distant. A few hours after the Celine event, social media was shocked by a short post from Jungkook on the fan community platform. No words, no caption, just a three-dot emoji and a dark photo, believed to be taken in an empty practice room. At a glance, it seemed unimportant. But it didn't take long before thousands of comments flooded the post with the same question. Aren't you happy about Taehyung's appearance at the event? Jungkook's silence only deepened the mystery. He's usually known for his expressive and supportive nature toward his fellow group members. Every success of the other BTS members was always warmly celebrated by him, often through reposts or affectionate comments. But this time, not a single trace of support. No like, no repost, no comment. Instead, there was a sad expression in one of the live videos fans recorded that night. Suddenly, the ARMY community was divided. Some believed something was being hidden. Others were sure it was just a misunderstanding. But speculation grew even hotter when netizens revealed that Jungkook and Taehyung hadn't been seen together for quite a while. Has the bond between these two famously close friends begun to crack? Or is there a personal issue that has yet to be revealed? Could it be related to past rumors about their differing views on post-military career directions? An anonymous industry insider claimed that Taehyung was in intense talks with a top fashion house in France and might become a permanent global ambassador for Celine. If true, Taehyung's global stage presence as a fashion icon would only grow stronger, while Jungkook is rumored to be under heavy pressure from another exclusive contract that could conflict with Taehyung's commercial direction. Such pressure isn't new in the entertainment industry. But what's shocking is, why are armies becoming so emotional over Jungkook's behavioral change? One longtime fan wrote, Jungkook's empty stare during last night's live stream is haunting. He looked like he was carrying something very heavy. But that's not all. Days after the Celine event, another startling fact emerged. A fashion analyst who attended the event claimed that Taehyung declined an exclusive interview session because there's someone who might feel uncomfortable. This ambiguous sentence was quickly interpreted by many as either a protective gesture or even a jab. Who is the someone he referred to? Why would they feel uncomfortable? Many believe this points directly to Jungkook. What's bighit's reaction? Are they aware of the emotional tension brewing between these two most popular BTS members? So far, no official statement has been released by the agency. But fans have noticed a significant change in both members' social media activity patterns. Taehyung has become more active in attending international events and expanding his influence in the fashion and art world, while Jungkook appears more reserved and introspective, spending time in the studio, even skipping some public events he had previously confirmed to attend. Is this a sign of a career path shift? Or just normal dynamics between two people who have been together for over a decade under constant global pressure? The biggest concern now comes from BTS's global fanbase, which has always upheld unity, love, and togetherness among the members. Such a stark behavioral difference not only sparks speculation but also emotional wounds for fans who have long seen Jungkook and Taehyung as a symbol of everlasting friendship. ARMY reactions vary. Some try to remain neutral and calm the situation by saying, "Maybe Jungkook is just tired. Don't jump to conclusions." But many others express their anxiety with sadness and disappointment. If they're really having problems, it feels like the world is changing. It's undeniable that Korea's entertainment world is now under intense scrutiny. Every movement of global stars like Jungkook and Taehyung can have wide-ranging impacts, not only on their personal careers but also on BTS as a group, and even on the image of the Korean music industry on the international stage. Will this end in an official clarification? Or will there be a dramatic reunion between the two broadcasted to the public? Speculation points to the possibility that both will attend a major festival in Europe next month. If they appear together, perhaps things will become clearer. But if not, then questions will remain hanging, and perhaps trust from some fans will slowly erode. For now, one thing is certain. Jungkook's silence after Taehyung's appearance at the Celine event has changed everything. A simple reaction, but full of meaning. The world now waits, heart pounding and hope nearly broken. Will that friendship reappear in front of the camera, or will it end in silence and empty stares? ARMY can only wonder. And amid the world's constant movement, those two names, Taehyung and Jungkook, once again become the axis of an emotional storm that won't settle. After a long and emotional discussion about the commotion caused by Taehyung's appearance at the Celine event and Jungkook's silence that sparked ARMY's panic, it is important to emphasize one main point. The news circulating on social media is fundamentally untrue and highly speculative. This issue is merely a reflection of how visual perception and fan emotion can be twisted and driven into a narrative full of drama, when in fact, the reality behind it may be very simple. The world of K-pop entertainment, especially BTS, is a highly sensitive space where every movement, glance, even silence from its members can be interpreted in thousands of ways. However, it must be stressed that interpretation is not the same as truth. If examined objectively, there is not a single valid piece of evidence or official statement from big hit music confirming any feud or emotional distance between Taehyung and Jungkook. In fact, as of the time this article was written, neither of the BTS members has given clarification or responded to the circulating rumors. This only reinforces the idea that this speculation grew out of one-sided assumptions, not concrete facts. Some posts that were cited as signs of a rift between them, like Jungkook's 3 emoji or dark photo, can easily be explained as forms of personal artistic expression that have no direct connection to Taehyung or the Celine event. Jungkook is known to be someone who often expresses himself artistically, sometimes in unusual ways. Many loyal ARMYs understand that not every post from their idol must be interpreted literally or linked to specific events. Likewise, Jungkook's absence from certain events should not be immediately concluded as rejection or disapproval of his groupmate. As we all know, both BTS members are currently undergoing strict military service. Their activities outside the military are very limited, and it's not unusual for them to focus on individual projects or choose to maintain privacy. What is more concerning is how an issue like this can ignite division within the BTS fan community itself. Some ARMYs began attacking each other, spreading baseless assumptions, and distributing false information across various social media platforms. This situation has the potential to create polarization among fans and tarnish the values that BTS has always promoted: unity, love, and mutual trust. For more than a decade, BTS has shown that their relationship is more than just professional. They are family, brothers, and friends in both joy and hardship. There have been countless moments where they showed solidarity, supported each other in difficult times, and shared dreams and achievements. Therefore, it is illogical to assume that just because there was no public interaction in one moment, their relationship has worsened. Social media can be incredibly powerful in spreading information, but its power can also be very dangerous if used irresponsibly. As fans or entertainment consumers, we are all required to be more critical and selective in receiving information. Just because something seems touching or shocking doesn't mean we should instantly believe and spread it without validation. It's also important to understand that in the world of celebrities, not all relationships must be displayed in front of the camera. There are personal matters that don't always need to be shared publicly, and that doesn't mean they're having problems. In fact, the more mature an artist becomes, the more they protect the boundaries between their private and public lives. Taehyung and Jungkook have both grown into wise and thoughtful public figures. In conclusion, the news about Taehyung causing a stir at the Celine event and Jungkook's supposed reaction that panicked armies is essentially a clickbait narrative formed from wild imagination without any clear factual basis. We need to pause, take a breath, and realize that BTS is not a soap opera that we constantly need to interpret. They are real people with real lives who also have the right to be silent, rest, or not appear at an event without being constantly judged. The truth is not something that can be measured from facial expressions or event attendance. Truth requires clarification, data, and a comprehensive perspective. Therefore, as fans who love and respect BTS, let's protect this community from false information, from baseless speculation, and from provocations that only divide us.